I'm gonna give y'all a few good reasons. This message to the ladies, a few good reasons why y'all keep choosing the wrong guys. The dating game seems so frustrating for you, right? So I'm just gonna talk off the top of my head, I'm just gonna let it go. But in all this world of dating, there's a lot of different things that we heard. Just think about everything you ever heard, right? To what your grandmama said is, or either what you saw, what you experienced, your mother, your father, if they were married, how their relationship was, if they weren't. Everything you ever heard, ever learned from your grandmother to your friends, social media, period. As far as like how we're supposed to date, what a man is, what a woman is, what a woman, man responsibility for to be, and then think about the Bible, just everything you ever heard, all the different scenarios, and look at how this is supposed to work and does it work. We don't question everything. We followers. We just do stuff because somebody told us. I don't care if it is the Holy Bible. What somebody told you about the Bible, that's what God. No, find it out for yourself. Read the word for yourself. Stop trying to take what people tell you and think, okay, well, this is staying. And you start looking around, you realize, this ain't. Let's say, well, who said this? What book was this in? Like, what wrote? How do we know this is true? So question everything first, right? But the way this game is set up, ladies, and the way y'all trying to do it, you're setting your own trap, man. That's what y'all don't understand because y'all too busy trying to follow everybody else. Like, all this has to make sense. The problem is everybody is arrogant and selfish. It's the reason why people just can't get in relationships. So this one, I'm just going to talk on top of my head. I'm just let everything go just so you can think about it, right? Well, we were told that a man, at least nowadays, we think that, still go back to two simple things. When I look at everything, I say, okay, where did the Bible give me an answer with that? Because I challenge the Bible too. Well, I did not realize that in the day when it comes to women still expect the same thing from men. That's how I know the Bible is true, that they always have. Nothing has never changed as far as protecting and providing. Those two things there's at the top of the list. Now, women try to come up with all these different things, the reason but at the end of the day, it's still going to go back to those two main things, right? At least that's why I saw it. When I looked at, where do we get this from? Man, provider, protecting. And it's very simple. We just complicate it. All the stuff y'all want, it has nothing to do with relationship. This is how y'all set your own trap. Just because a man can buy you flowers, just because he can take you out to a fancy restaurant, don't mean he's a decent dude. It don't mean he's a provider. This is just how the game is set. We all know the game. Whether men want to do it or not, it's the same game. All this dating stuff is a game. So just because a man has the money to take you out, you connect it to providing, and then you start getting selfish, and somebody told y'all ladies that you're supposed to get this glow all the time, and this feeling with these love hearts in your eyes. Stop doing that. That's why you make yourself look stupid, because you're looking for the heart, you're looking for the good time, you look for the man to say, oh, no, wake up. Stop making good decisions, man. Stop letting that little feeling that you've been told and programmed to think that this is what you're supposed to be feeling, ladies. It's supposed to be like this. No, it ain't. That's not even life. Even if you put your own life just in perspective by yourself, it ain't gonna always be good. That's a part of it. Relationships gonna have its ups, it's gonna have its downs. You can't control that. Laws of polarity, that's just how it is. So you want this guy to do all the different things to show you, to make you get this feeling. This is why y'all keep getting fooled by your own trap. A guy could come along like he did because you have your type and do that, and you think this is it, and then you get lied to and cheated on, and you sit out there blaming all guys. No, baby, it's your decisions. Think about this now. Stop. If you really want a man that's a leader, he's going to operate differently. Understand that. He's not going to operate. He ain't going to operate the way you want him to because he's a leader. Remember this. He's a king. So if he is a true king and a leader and a protecting provider, his protection, when he start getting experience, is on all modes. Even if you're a female, it doesn't matter, because when you start learning more about yourself, and this is what you need to learn, ladies and guys too, when you start really taking accountability on how you really think and say, you know what, I was wrong for that. How can I correct this? How can I make myself better? If every situation don't put you in that, you ain't growing, which means your ass is selfish. You don't want to change. A lot of you women are selfish, and you're so self-centered, and you let all these little coaching gurus like Derek Jackson feed into your ego. They're trying to tell y'all that this how the man, yeah, that is how a man's supposed to be treating you, but you just applied the good stuff to the wrong dude, and you can admit it. You cannot admit it because you're too arrogant. So then you go back to the dating game again, what your expectation is, what you deserve, and you get caught again. So now it's starting to get confusing because you know the type of woman that you are. Can you follow me? Are you following what I'm saying? All right. So then after you do all that, you got all the different standards where people told you what a man's supposed to be. A man's supposed to open up a door. Question it. Okay, if a man open up a door, what does that mean? Does that mean he's not going to abuse you? Does it mean he's going to love you? No. People told us what love is. Then no. Even a man's supposed to take out the trash. Y'all come with all the different rules what a man's supposed to do, but can nobody apply the rules what a woman's supposed to do? Then it's a problem. So let's take that trash. Trash is trash. If you are equal in my house like y'all want to be, and you walk by something that needs to be done, whether you're man or woman, you still need to be picked up, pick that shit up. Take it out. This is part of your house too. Take care of your house. That's why y'all keep coming up with these different things that people told us. This shit ain't working. It ain't working. It just calls for two people to be humble, to put their arrogance thinking and just see that person for what it is, man. Take your time. Y'all are too much in a rush. But again, the way this game is set up, ladies, y'all set your own trap. So at the end of the day, you want somebody to love you unconditionally. Unconditionally. If you don't want nobody to love you unconditionally, then what is the point of you being in a relationship in the first place? Ask yourself that. See, the problem is a lot of y'all have your feelings about different past things that went on, and y'all so caught up in that because you haven't moved on. You haven't realized the lesson that God showed you. Now, sometimes you might choose a person, it might have had nothing to do with you as far as why that person went wrong. That's fine. But you still got to learn a lesson and still figure out, did you play any part in it at all? Which is something that men don't do. Try to admit it when they were wrong or whatever, which is the biggest flaw when it comes to men because they're too arrogant, you know? So, ladies, take your time with these guys. If you want a man that's a leader, if you want a man that is a provider and protector, you want a man that he has a good business mind, understand what you're asking for. Understand the mindset of this dude you're talking about is supposed to be so rare that you just got. And you think just because you're a beautiful woman, there's a ton of y'all that he can have access to. You think that's just going to get you there alone? It ain't. It ain't. Not with a man that's supposed to have all the like y'all wanted to have. And all like that, you just part of it. You just peed in the pond. You just really a drop in the bucket. And it's got to be something that one of y'all gonna have to do that you don't want to do to convince this man, I am the one for you. You got to put in the work. See, that's the problem. Y'all keep talking this word deserve what you deserve. I haven't seen anything in life that you're supposed to get it without deserving it. You know, that's why you're supposed to work for things. And when you get that car, you deserve the car. Why? Because you were hard for it. That's why you got an A on that test, because you sacrifice. Everything that comes, promise you this. Everything that comes that has an up is going to have a down. So you meet a man, he's not going to be perfect. He can have an up. And one thing y'all realize that some of the guys that you think financially got all this, like you said, and he's very rare, he got his house, he got his car, there's an up to him, but there's a down too. Understand that. Everything, go back to laws of polarity. Everything that has an up, everything has an opposite in the universe, everything has a twin. When I look at the laws of polarity, this just one thing I realize is that, you know, left, right, day, night, God, devil, life, death, you know, light, dark, everything has an opposite. So once I start realizing things like that, things really, you know, makes a lot of sense to me. Meaning that, you know, guys, if you have certain females you don't like, you can't stand, ask yourself the question, am I the female version of that? No, excuse me. Am I the male version of that female? The female is like, I ain't taking shit for nobody. I got my own shit. Ask yourself, are you the same person? And if you don't like that type of person, make sure you're not being that person. Same thing with you ladies. Make sure that you're not the male version of the type of man you don't like. You know, the arrogant ones, the one thing that, you know, I got my money, you know what I'm saying? I'm about my money. You know what I'm saying? I ain't let nobody this, that, I travel, I do what I want to do. Make sure. Because it ain't gonna never work. You go back to laws of polarity again. If two people like that mindset, it ain't gonna work. But y'all say you want a leader, you want a king. The king don't really follow everything. And also I gotta say this too, man. Even just being a leader, a good leader knows if you have a king mindset in a kingdom, that, you know what, no, she's better at this. Babe, I'm gonna let you handle it. I'm gonna let her lead this. It's not about you calling the shots all the time. It's about being a good leader, meaning making the best decision for the kingdom. Go back to the word king and queen again, which I have to address this. You know, men, we want to be thought of as kings. But in the real world, well, you start thinking about kings in a kingdom, because a king cannot be a king without a kingdom. That's a promise. And think about, you know, a king, if you look at the definition, a king is a person, and a good leader is a person who know how to get everybody working together at their best. Everybody in his circle, his household, in his castle, his kingdom. He has to know how all this supposed to work, where part we're gonna protect, what part we're gonna make the money. This squad over here take care of the kids. His mindset is like that all the time. All the time. So, do you really believe that a king can be chasing ass? You think a king really can be chasing women? A king mindset, like building a kingdom, looking for one queen, but he's sleeping around with a lot of different women. That's not a king, fellas. I'm sorry, it's just not. Because first of all, we don't have discipline. That's our biggest problem, especially when it comes to sex. We don't have discipline. Even when we make the money to draw the sex. But it's all about discipline. You know, that's the hardest part for us, is discipline, especially when it comes to sex. But that's a weakness. Everything that has an up has a down. I'm not saying that's my opinion. I'm just saying that's just what I see. That's just what I see. Men's number one weakness is sex. Women and sex. All right, let's move on. Women, I haven't seen a queen that every time you turn around, she's going to turn around and take a picture with her booty showing round first with her head turned back. I haven't seen a queen up there just twerking. I haven't seen a queen up there just looking at myself. Y'all look at me. You know, all this TikTok, man, you're not a queen. I don't see how any queen would even act like that. Her queen is the female version of the king. She also has to figure out how I'm gonna make this work for my king. See, in the word king and queen, they both have a place. But if you really want a guy that is a leader, understand that his mindset is going to be different. He might not even let you move off his task if he's so focused. See, you want to get somebody that want to go on with everything we want to do. This is why it's failing too, for both men and women. We don't have somebody that's going to be real with you. Real with you, tell you when you're wrong. Real with you when you know you got them little quirks you got. You know what I'm saying? You ain't trying to film nobody stage. I'm just in my little stage. F everybody. That he's going to tell you, you know, this is something you got to change. He's going to actually talk to you. That's the person that you want. This is the reason why you ladies keep making mistakes, because you're so arrogant the way you're thinking, because everyone's telling you this is what you deserve. I have not seen nothing in this world that you're going to get anything without deserving it. Michael Jordan, LeBron, you go down the list. Everything that happens comes with a loss for you to gain it. That's why God gave his only son. He showed us the ultimate sacrifice. You only have one son. One. Think about giving your only child. He made the ultimate sacrifice in order to save the world. So the thing is, sacrifice. If you want that man that you say you want, the one that all the ladies want, the question is, what are you willing to sacrifice? Now, if you say, I ain't got to do nothing, you're already arrogant, I can tell you this. Don't believe me. It ain't going to happen. Promise you, it will not happen. Promise you, it will not happen. It cannot. Not law of polarity. So when you see that man, at the end of the day, it's got to be something about you that he have to say, that's all so rare. But you have to show it to him. You can't show him y'all trying to have a good time. He has to see that you are that woman, which means you have to stick it out. Stick it out. And the best thing is, find out, take your time, stop trying to have some fun, and look at who the guy is. Learn how to be a friend with him first. Learn how that when he has a problem, he want to come to you first. This is what y'all missing because y'all too busy trying to have a good time. But I know it was a lot. I know this message was long. I got more to say. I'll bring back part 2, whatever. But that's it. Peace.